Hello, and welcome to the W.A.I.T channel. What Am I Thinking? A podcast where two sisters share uplifting conversations on fun and sometimes serious topics.
Join us each week by clicking the notification bell and subscribing to our channel. If you enjoy the show, use the share link. It's one of the best ways to expand the conversation.
Hello and welcome back to the W.A.I.T channel. What am I thinking? Well, it took us a minute to think about this. Raquel Leviss and what is going on with her, Vanderpump Rules, Bravo, and Bethenny Frankel. And my understanding, she's not Rachel anymore, or is she Rachel? What is she going by these days?
Well, she said she did some inner child work, and during that work, it really came to her that, she was Rachel, and that's who she needed to embrace and be now, which is Rachel. So I can respect that, and I don't have a problem calling Rachel, who became Raquel, who now wants to be Rachel again. I'm okay with that.
So let's just really quick sum up the hoopla and how her name has surfaced again. My understanding is that the interview that she did with Bethenny Frankel is what kind of brought her name back front and center, and she perhaps shared some things about the cast and that particular franchise, Vanderpump Rules, that they apparently disagree with. And the cast, my understanding, is still in some ways, some of them interacting with Tom, but they don't want any parts of Raquel/Rachel.
Yeah, which I think that is kind of not fair, because yes, even though in her interview apparently she downplays her closeness and the bond she had with Ariana, but he was the one in the relationship. He's the one who, kind of, there are friendship bonds, but it wasn't like they were lifelong friends. Like if this had been what's the one with the her name, the one who messed around with Brandy's
Sheena.
If this had been Sheena, who they have purported to have this long friendship, it's definitely huge. But Rachel and Ariana were new friends, but they seemingly bonded a lot and very fast, and it was a tightness and a closeness there that Rachel is now trying to demean. But I don't see how she could be more of the villain than Tom. And so if you guys have, and I think that's part of the angst for her, is that it sounds like because Tom was this longtime cast member and he's more well-known, and Rachel was villainized more, that his offer and what they were giving him to film and come back for season 11 was greater than hers. And it took two of them to make Scandal. So I understand her being upset about it. However, it's really a gift. It would have been an even better gift if she had not done this interview, because she could have walked away. People would have questioned and wondered. And it's sometimes better to leave people questioning and wondering than you to try, because there's no way to pretty up what happened. This was a mess. It was a lot of missteps, but she would have been way better off if she had let a few years go by, maybe do a pop out in 5 years. Who she probably could have talked to? She could have talked to the young lady from the Clinton scandal.
Yeah, I was thinking Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah. And how she was able to, people see things differently with a little time and distance. And this interview was another misstep. She should not have done it, just like he shouldn't have done the one with Howie. But it's done, and I don't believe everything that LVP is trying to say, nor Bravo, because they've got a brand and a show to protect. To say that everything she's saying is totally truth, we know she can be a liar, just like Tom was a liar. But I don't think nobody's hands are clean in this, the way everything unfolded and the way they're trying to discuss it now. So my thing is, I wish she hadn't done the interview, and I think she would have been better off. So what do you say?
I agree. I understand that sometimes when you're in situations and you are quiet, you know things, you've not said things, and this other individual is out there singing like a songbird, and you know that the things that they're saying are true or are untrue. Some part of you wants to justify your behavior or get your side of the story out. And like you said, in this situation, neither one of them can paint a pretty picture with the acts that they did. So it really sometimes is best just to walk away from it. It could be hurtful, it could be painful, but sometimes your mental health, you do better not trying to justify your behavior. Just walk away from it. And I think that the part that really disturbs me the most is how much the franchise profited from all of this pain. And it just makes me wonder, where are the souls in all of this? And when you see the person walk away, and I can see how Bethenny maybe saw this as her opportunity, especially with what she's trying to do with forming unions and things. She's not feeling very happy or cozy with Bravo right now. So it made sense for her, because I don't know, was it even said that she had never watched the franchise before?
Right. That was kind of how she started the interview, apparently, is that she had never watched it, and her insight into things was just from what has happened on social media, from the fallout of Scandal, which to me, I'm beyond disappointed that she would not have learned from Howie Mandel's mistake. And that, go binge it or something, at least the season that just ended, even if you don't go back to do all of it, to not have the historical perspective on what all has happened and transpired, but yet wanting to weigh in. But as I have said prior to us starting recording, is that she wanted to use this once again as another platform for unionizing for the reality stars, because in her mind, this is production taking advantage of the talent once again, but she was remiss in realizing that the kickoff of everything that happened was when production was down. When Ariana found out, she thought all of this happened when things were being taped, and they picked cameras back up to capture the fallout of it. But the actual finding out of everything, she didn't realize that they were done taping already. So, 6 of one, half dozen of another. It's not a great look for anyone. I didn't love that Bethenny said yes to this. I don't feel that she knew enough to be able to weigh in on it from a very informed space. I don't think Rachel's people were wise to have her to do the interview. And I really wish Bravo and LVP didn't even clap back, because when you clap back to me, you legitimize it. You are the one, you're trying to defend something that if you know your truth, you can just be quiet. It's really nothing to say.
Well, on this topic, I have a sneaking suspicion that this is not the last that we're going to hear about this. So,
because they're filming, so there is another season to see. Season 11, we will see how things, and I have to say, I'm not even sure I'm going to watch season 11. I think I've seen enough of all of them, between the commercials, the daytime shows, the podcast. This is one that I can take a breather from. And I think they capitalized on it because, as we know, they were on very shaky ground as to whether last season was going to be their last season.
Correct.
So we'll see.
So, on the topic of Rachel and everything else that comes with what happened with the interview and Tom, let us know what you are thinking on this topic. Is it time to just put it to bed and lay it to rest, or is there more that we need to know? You let us know in the comment section. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely ours and should be taken as such. Our thoughts are intended purely for entertainment purposes. Please do not take anything we say as fact or advice. Thank you for listening.